Hey, welcome guys back to Musings of Mavri. I'm your host Mavri, and right now we're going to be watching Shield Hero episode 13. So, I just finished episode 12 literally minutes ago. It was delayed due to some personal matters. Or business matters, depending on which way you look at it. But anyways, I'm caught up now, and, well, last episode we left on a bit of a cliffhanger, right? So it turns out that there's somebody plotting against the Shield Hero, to the surprise of no one. But this time it actually involves the Crown Princess Melty as well. So there's only probably very few people who would have the guts or the motive to try to kill a Crown Princess. So, you know, the list of suspects is pretty low here. And what exactly is going to happen? Last episode, we see that Shield Hero has successfully blocked the sword to the back of the Crown Princess. But then again, like, do they really think they were able to, you know, kill a princess right in front of the Shield Hero? Like, would that ever work? Somehow I feel like this is not the end of the situation. But in any case, let's just see what's going to happen. And I also, in my last episode, talked a little bit about how I felt about the politics of this world. Specifically, how maybe it's not just a case of, you know, oppression by the humans against the demi-humans, but maybe also the other way around as well. So this is more of a worldwide issue, rather than just something that, you know, oppression of demi-humans is the norm in this world. It seems like it's definitely not. And that is probably going to be a major focal point going forwards as well. But in any case, let's just look at that and see within the episode if those topics are touched upon. So let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, yeah, here we go. Last episode. Block the attack. Really? So they want to frame him again? Oh, I see. That's like a recording device. So they just, really? That is the lamest thing ever. Oh yeah, I heard that there's gonna be a new opening. So let's just take a look at this. But I will be muting it, just to avoid copyright issues. Alright. Some new characters. Oh. Another same race as Philo. No. It's still similar to the first opening, actually. Oh, so a new companion? A guy? And a gal? And the church as well. So is Mines backing the church? Oh, see, look, Melty's over there. So yeah, Melty is going to be the next companion. Alright. Yeah, they just need to edit out, like, the first part, and so then it would... Oh wow, they can also do something like that? Alright. Magical video editing. Man. They can even fake footage like that? Alright. Again, I'm assuming that this is actually a plot devised by mine, and now that we see the opening, that looked hilarious. I think mine actually has the backing of the church. Oh, they did get someone? The Free Heroes Church. Yeah. So I guess they're like fanatics of some sort. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, come on, Melty. Your father did start it. I wonder how old she is, actually. That was rather quick. So he is actually caring for her safety. To another country. Schildfrieden? Svelten? Oh. On foot now? Alright. Hmm. And I'm actually also kind of curious. Like, shouldn't Melty be under the protection of, you know, her mother's shadows? Hmm. Because that country is the exact opposite of this current one. That one is demi-human dominated, and they have prejudice against the humans, I'm assuming. Oh, father and mother? Wait, you don't actually know anything? That was a translation. Oh. Matriarchy. Hmm? So Shadow. Yeah, I'm still wondering. Like, wasn't Melty under the protection of her mother's shadows? Or maybe they thought that she didn't need that since this is her home turf? Hmm. Hmm. Running to where, though? Hmm.
盾の勇者様が私を守ってくださいました。ちょっと待て。ナオフミがメルティ王女を誘拐したんじゃないのか。この度の騒動には大きな陰謀が隠されています。命を守ってもらうため、私から望んだことです。
And they're gonna be like, you brainwashed her!
私を誘拐して何の得があるのでしょう。女王様はおっしゃっていました。今は人と人とが手を取り合い、一致団結して災いを退ける時だと。これ以上無駄な争いをしている余裕はこの世にはないのです。どうか武器をお納めください。こいつの言う通り、これは陰謀だ。これから俺の知っているだけのことを話す。だから耳を傾けてはいけません。盾の悪魔は洗脳の盾を持っています。あの忌々しい盾は話をするだけで相手を洗脳する力があるのです。そんな嘘、誰が信じるんですか。三遊協会の人は一月ほど前から各地で盾を洗脳して現れたとのことです。
Yeah, so the church is behind. So it seems like Melty herself doesn't even know the extent of Mine's. Why don't I just use it on all of these? Like, serious. Melty, you're the goddamn crown princess. Shouldn't you have rank over everybody here? Oh, direct. Whoa. She's just gonna jump the gap? What's gonna happen here? Alright, so how are they gonna get out of this situation? So one is using water and one is using fire. You're being a little bit too hasty, mine. Oh, she's gonna have like a mega punch against him. Oh. Right, and then balls? Oh, come on. You should have aimed for the ball. Wait, what? Hmm. Yeah, Itsuki and Ren seem to be a little bit more, yeah, logically thinking. Oh, there it is.
あれは私たちの味方。女王直属隠密諜報部隊影の一人よ。盾の勇者殿、この姿でお目にかかるのはお初でごじゃる。その喋り方。
Oh, you were that royal? Okay.
単刀直入に申し上げるでごじゃる。盾の勇者殿、女王陛下に拝謁してほしいのでごじゃる。女王に。今回の件は根が深いでごじゃる。できれば協力してほしいでごじゃる。この誘拐事件も盾殿の活躍に危機感を抱いた者たちがでっち上げたもの。また面倒な奴らが現れたな。で、女王と会って俺に何の得がある？それもすべて陛下にお会いすればわかることでごじゃるよ。女王がいるのはシルトベルトとは逆方向か。なあ大名女、この国を知ってるか？そういえば大名女、お前魔法が使えるんだな。言わないで。なんだ大名女。大名女って言わないで。なんだいきなり。
My name's Malty.
私にはメルティって名前があるの。なのに盾の勇者は大名女大名女って。私を仲間外れにしないで。お前も俺を盾の勇者って呼ぶじゃないか。じゃあ私はナオフミって呼ぶわ。
These two.
ほら呼びなさいよナオフミ。呼び捨て。大名女。メルティ。これでいいか？もう一回。もう一回名前呼んで。メルティ。絶対に守りなさい。
Harem +1? Raftalia's like.
なんでもありません。この匂い。
Oh. Really? They're burning the forest? What is your problem, woman? Oh, and a new ending as well? Alright, let's see this. However, I'm gonna mute it as well, since I don't want to get into copyright trouble. Hmm. 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 Alright. Wow, this ending is entirely Reptilia focused. Alright. Wow, it's pretty clear what is the main ship here. And there we have it. That was episode 13. It was actually a fairly straightforward episode, right? I feel like most of the facts were just presented as is, and we just went along with the ride. But I guess there were still a few things that I like to sort of point out and discuss. The first one is in regards to the Free Heroes Church, right? So, first of all, in the opening, we see that and also, I guess in this episode as well, we see that the Free Heroes Church and Mine definitely have a deeper connection. Maybe Mine is part of the church, maybe she's a high-ranking, I don't know, priestess, official, whatever, within the church, or maybe they could just be using each other for political purposes, right? Mine, in her case, to gain power, to eventually become the queen of the country, and the church, of course, maybe solidifying their position within the country as well. But beyond that, it feels to me that the people of the church really do believe in their ideals, right? So including such as the knights at the very beginning. Like, yeah, sure, they're setting Naofumi up and whatnot, but the thing is, I feel like they believe they're doing the right thing, right? So it's not like a brainwash or anything. It's just that they believe that this is what benefits the country or them the most, right? So it's an ideological difference rather than anything nefarious such as just a power grab, is what I'm saying. So definitely we need to learn a little bit more about the morals of the church and why they feel that way, in order to better understand how to combat them, right? So definitely I'm thinking this rabbit hole goes a little bit deeper there. Although I think in Mine's case, she's just power hungry. That's all there is to it. We also saw the return of the Free Heroes as well. Not much to comment there. I do enjoy the fact that they kept the accusations or the verbal banter to a minimum. Much more level-headed instead of being all arrogant and stuff. I feel like the shift right now is pretty clear that we're supposed to start siding with the heroes as well. Well, maybe you shouldn't say siding, but at least not hating them anymore. It seems pretty clear that we're supposed to direct all our anger and hate towards Mine and maybe the church as well, whereas the heroes are sort of, I guess, going through a redemption, right? Especially in Ren's and Itsuki's case, they already think something is fishy, and with the hint that Naofumi gave, I'm sure that they'll eventually come to a conclusion, and in the very end, probably all the heroes are going to be on the same side. In Moriyasu's case, I'm sure he's eventually going to come around as well. In the meantime, he can continue being the punching bag because that's what we all want, right? You want to be a douchebag? Well, not a douchebag. You want to be an idiot? Then, well, you deserve the treatment of an idiot, right? So that's that part. Definitely in the future, I do believe that we're going to like the heroes a lot more. The heroes other than Naofumi, I mean. And also, the entire situation between the royal family, right? So, I'm still quite puzzled as to, what the king's situation is. Melty obviously thinks that is obviously close with the king, but I just can't quite put a reasoning to, like, why she believes in him so much, right? And even in this episode, she was still defending him. I'm sure there's... Like, of course she's going to defend him, but there has to be some other reason there. I was originally throwing some ideas around my mind, like maybe due to the queen and Mine being more similar in their looks and appearances, maybe Mine is the true daughter of the queen, and whereas Melty is on the king's side, and they later came, so they're like she's like a stepsister or something, or stepdaughter. But that doesn't really make sense as well, so I don't know. But in any case, there's definitely something else with the king which we don't know about, which hopefully we'll learn once Naofumi meets the queen, right? It seems from this episode that is going to happen sometime soon instead of going to another country. Or maybe they'll eventually still go to another country first and then reverse order it around. But definitely we'll probably learn a little bit more about the royal family then. And speaking of which, just a little minor nitpick. I'm not sure if I mentioned this before in past episodes, but if you're dealing with a matriarchal society, or, you know, the queen is actually the queen and you marry into the royal family, then you shouldn't be calling that dude the king. You should be calling him something like the prince consort or something. At least that's how Europe, you know, that's how England does it, right? With their queen and the queen's companion. How should I say it? Like, he's not supposed to be called king, because the king is higher ranked than the queen, regardless of your political system, right? Well, actually, come to think of it, I'm not really sure. Since there hasn't really been a matriarchal society in history, potentially maybe we could say the queen is higher than the king. Oh well, this is a fictional word, so whatever, right? They can do whatever they want. So, and also, it seems, I guess, we got the fourth companion, or actually the third companion, to Naofumi, and that is going to be Melty. And she fills the role of the Spellcaster, which I've been saying that they needed since episode, I don't know, 3, 4, right? Because they lack area of effect damage in order to get rid of the, you know, the mass monster types, the weak monster types, but are superior in numbers, right? Since Philo and Raphtalia are more, you know, single target or a small group of enemy kind of fighters. So having a spellcaster definitely solidifies their entire party a lot more. And judging from the opening, we can see that she is probably going to be a more permanent companion to this party as well. And of course, you know, Naofumi's harem is now +1, much to the chagrin of Raphtalia. But whatever, right? Maybe we're gonna have some little bit more cat fights, some harem wars again. But then again, maybe not. Though it's kind of funny, I guess. So whatever. But definitely I will be kind of interested to see her progress of power and how she eventually interacts with all the other characters of this party as we know now. So that's been episode 13. Sorry if this review has been a little bit short. Like I said, there's not really that much to talk about within this episode. It's fairly straightforward. Hopefully next episode we can learn a little bit more so we can have more things to speculate on. So that's that. This has been Mavry from Musings of Mavry, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.